Hi Adrito, it is Christmas 2022. Thankfully, you are not in the hospital this year. Although I did go to a hospital to observe endoscopic pituitary surgery on a cadaver, which I can't show you the pictures of unfortunately, but trust me, it was very cool. On that topic, the paper of automating the writing of the operation notes was finally submitted, and I even presented the work at a neurosurgery conference in Leeds. I started off the presentation with the joke, "Finally my parents are proud of me," working on the standard stereotype that Indian parents want their children to become doctors, which is probably also true in my case. Regardless, I think they appreciated the joke and enjoyed the presentation, and I enjoyed learning a lot about the current neurosurgery research, even if a lot of it went over my head. On a related note, the journal I submitted that paper to, and the same journal that I recently published in a few months ago, needed a few extra reviewers, so I stepped up and became a true scientist and peer-reviewed my first ever papers. And now that I've seen the other side, hopefully my papers will also improve. Speaking of which, the paper that I'm currently working on is on anatomy segmentation, which is creating an AI to tell the neurosurgeons which areas they should cut and which areas, like the optic nerves, they definitely should not cut. I'm hoping to submit it at a medical imaging conference called MICI in a few months. I've also submitted a challenge to this conference, which is when you propose a problem, release some data to solve that problem, and then other institutions across the world try and compete against each other to solve the problem to the best of their ability for some academic recognition and monetary reward. I've proposed a challenge of STEP and instrument recognition in endoscopic pituitary surgery. On the topic of instrument recognition, I interviewed several master's students and eventually found an appropriate student to undertake this project as their dissertation subject. Outside of research, I cut my hair for the first time in 2 years and re-highlighted it. It cost £125, which is a ludicrous amount of money, but you can be the judge of whether it was worth it. I've also been on a bunch of night outs, leaving drinks, formal dinners, housewarming parties, Halloween parties, Christmas parties, and the winter ball at my accommodation, where I may have got a little too merry. At the winter ball, I plaited my hair for the first time, which was a look, and organised some of the music. In fact, the week after, I organised an open mic night single-handedly, which was incredibly stressful since it was immediately after the England-France game. I sang my classic math song, Real Name the Only One, which I wrote just over a decade ago, and even though it wasn't the best performance of my life, the general nerdy vibe was there, and I think overall throughout tonight the audience enjoyed themselves. And let's just not talk about what happened in the game. But in general, the World Cup was very entertaining, lots of upsets, lots of drama, and the final was phenomenal. And of course there's the standard dating, running, kickboxing, getting kicked in the head while playing football, and the new Pokémon game came out, which has been incredibly fun to play, especially the cooperation mode. And that's it for 2022, Adrito. See you in the new year.